I should have been a physicist because the way quantum mechanics has me in a chokehold is crazy. So there's an extremely trippy theory called the decoherence theory. Basically states that we can do anything until we tell somebody. In the quantum world, atoms exist in superposition. That just means they exist in multiple states. They're basically all things and have the potential to be anything. And we humans, also being made up of atoms, also exist in multiple states. We are also all things and have the potential to be anything. So what does this mean? This means that you are not one version of yourself. You hold many paths, dreams, and callings inside of you. And all these dreams and goals and visions that you have feel very real, or they feel like they could become real because they are. They exist in superposition. Trippy, I know. Now, our dreams, our goals, and desires exist in superposition. This means that they can take on any form, have unlimited potential. They are all things in all states. But here's the thing. The decoherence theory suggests that atoms exist in superposition until they start interacting with their environment. When a limitless atom interacts with its environment, it enters decoherence. This means that we humans, also being made up of atoms, are limitless until we start interacting with our environment. And this is why children tend to think they can do anything. You ask a child what they want to be when they grow up, they're going to tell you a shark. Because spiritually, energetically, on a quantum level, they are currently still bound to superposition, their infinite nature, due to their less time being engaged with the environment around them. So what does this mean, and how can we use this theory to start winning in our own lives? This means the moment you start interacting with the outside world, opinions, noise, trauma, expectations, your infinite potential starts to collapse. Because again, once an atom interacts with its environment, it loses its superposition, it loses its unlimited potential. So in retrospect, you go from infinite to just one version of you. And now, depending on the environment, the version of you that becomes can be negatively influenced. Unfortunately, because most of us do carry trauma and we have to hear the negative opinions of others, and we do subtly comply to the expectations of the structured society, we end up accidentally landing in a place of just that. Our infinite, limitless atomic nature then becomes entangled with the basically structured societal environment around us. And without noticing, we may become a version of ourselves that fits into the mold of that space. This proves many theories in quantum physics about how humans or atoms, whatever you want to call it, become entangled with who they're around, what they're around, the environments they're in. Many quantum theories touch base on that. And that's basically what decoherence is, the loss of your clarity because of too much contact with the wrong environment. Spiritually speaking, if you don't protect your energy, the world will shape you into something you're not, by default. This also means once you share your goals or your dreams, you lose the ability to see its infinite capacity. And naturally, you'll begin to shrink your dream or goal to fit in whatever environment or space you're sharing it in. This is why it's important to spend time in solitude with your dreams and desires, because it's that separation that keeps you in coherence. It keeps you in superposition. It keeps you limitless. And this is ultimately what flow state is. You ever see someone that's so locked into their goal or dream, or even something that they're currently doing, that they don't want to be bothered? And one is in flow, it's almost like the world outside of them in that moment doesn't exist. And to a capacity, it doesn't, because they're not interacting with their environment. They are so locked in that they're able to remain infinite, limitless beings, achievable to all possibilities. When you're not entangled or distracted by your environment, opinion, stress, life, you are able to be more creative. Individuals in flow state often come up with ideas that seem to be supernatural, unattainable, or just too good to be true. You ever sitting alone and quiet and come up with the craziest idea? Yeah. Because that state, when you're locked into your own limitless possibilities, that space you're in before allowing your ideas to become entangled with your environment is superposition. And in that state, you are in coherence. Now, the second that person in flow begins to interact with their environment, they are now out of superposition and their state is now in decoherence. So yeah, I just thought that that was such a cool theory. Protect your space, take time alone, stop telling your dreams and goals to everybody, or better yet, the wrong people, and reconnect with your full potential before the world tries to tell you who you are. Okay?